Yo, what is going on today, guys? My name is Chitty Woha Jr., like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about my weight loss journey. So starting at the beginning, I kind of grew up super overweight, as in like fifth grade, I weighed over 300 pounds. Just unhealthy eating habits plus just inactivity just caused me to form a bad relationship with food and just started gaining weight at a really young age. There's actually not really even a time where I remembered being like a normal weight. I was always just like the biggest kid around. I was always never comfortable in my own clothes. I was always like had to wear double XLs or triple XL shirts, and so that was like my earliest memories, as a kid growing up. It wasn't until about getting close to high school. So getting into high school, it was like a new kind of chapter in my life, basically, and I figured, hey, now's the perfect time to make this switch. And I remember one day, like the summer before high school, I actually got up off the couch. I don't know what got into me, but I was like, today is my day. I'm gonna take that first step today, and I'm not sure where that inspiration really came from. But I ended up getting off the couch and going out for a run. And it was like a 10-minute run or a 5-minute run, something super short. But I just went out first time ever, and I figured, man, I want to get in better shape. What do fit people do? Fit people look like they run. So let me go for a run. So I went on this trail, boom, 5 minutes later, come back, wheezing, coughing, just like trying to catch my breath. Like almost having an asthma attack. And I remember my mom was like, "Are you okay?" Like she was super concerned, and I was like, "Yeah, I just went for a run." But that was the first step. And then once I got into high school, I joined football to keep that progress kind of going, and joined football strictly basically to lose weight and get active. And that really did it. And I had a coach that basically saw something in me, I guess, and he kind of encouraged me, and I started coming to off-season workouts from there. I'm really just working hard. I never had natural ability. Again, I was really overweight from a young kid, and I wasn't overweight and strong. I was overweight and weak. I didn't have any muscles, really all just fat from just being like inactive and eating pretty bad. But I started to get that momentum and, showing to a couple workouts here off season, and then started showing up consistently, and then started seeing progress and started dropping weight. Fast forward like freshman year of high school to freshman year of college, basically had lost over 145 pounds or something like that. From my highest to lowest, highest was like 330, lowest was like 185. So the math is around 140 pounds or so. But yeah, and so like I just kind of kept the ball rolling. Once I got out of high school, I remember as soon as I turned 18, I was able to get my own gym membership, and so I really started going hard that year and ended up losing like 60 pounds that year, and kind of concluded my highest to lowest journey, got really lean and was just feeling pretty good, but also had developed like an unhealthy dieting relationship. Like I wasn't able to just like enjoy life. I was just like so caught up in my diet and my nutrition, and basically like going to bed super hungry every single night just so I could get that much leaner, which just created like a really unhealthy like relationship with food and self-image. And so I ended up taking a break and started powerlifting. And so in that year, so I went from my highest to lowest, was down lean at 183 or so, and then I gained like 50 pounds back all in 1 year, and that was pretty tough. So when I went to 183 to like 230, then I was feeling like chubby again, and it was like I took a bunch of steps backwards. And since then I've kind of been on this journey back, finding a healthy relationship with like food and working out. And working out in that whole kind of process and journey has just become such a staple in my life and discipline. It's helped me start a business and helped me grow my business, and the same discipline and lessons you learn in like a weight loss journey apply to so many other areas of life. And so I'm actually really thankful that I didn't start off like skinny in life. I'm thankful that I had the opportunity to kind of transform early on in life and prove to myself what it is like to work really hard at something, and to reach a goal that's just really big, and just go at it one step at a time and day by day and year by year, and then you eventually end up where you want to be. So overall, that's my journey. One of the whys, I guess, of why I wanted to lose weight was really just because I never felt confident. I didn't feel like who I wanted to be in my own skin. And so that one day something just got in me, and it was like, hey, if you want to change this, like you're the only person who could do that. And so that was kind of my self-talk. And once I realized like I was the only person who was gonna be able to change my destiny, that kind of shifted the game for me, and I started taking action, small action, and building up that momentum, and step by step, day by day, fast forward, and I got to where I wanted to be. My favorite exercise of working out is probably just running, just because no equipment needed. You can start at whatever level you want to. You can walk and then work your way up to run. You could walk, jog. You can go for a short amount of time, or you can go all out, in a really hardcore, 1 to 2 mile run just at full pace and get a good workout in a short period of time. And use no equipment, so you really have no excuses not to be running unless you have bad knees or legs or something like that. So that's why I kind of enjoy running. Just no equipment, no gym needed. You just strap on a pair of shoes and get out there and get after it. Single piece of advice. Yeah, this is a huge one. So my biggest piece of advice would probably be to just learn to truly enjoy the journey. And I know a lot of people say this, but it's something that has taken me years of my own journey to really realize. It wasn't until I lost the weight, got lean, and then gained it back, and then lost it again, gained it back and lost it again, basically. And not all that weight, but it was just kind of fluctuated down low, and then I've been up, down, and kind of found a happy medium spot where I am now. But the way I did that was, instead of rushing to always get lean again and get back on track and do hardcore jumps instead of just small consistent progress, I always tried to imagine I was always comparing myself to where I am now to where I wanted to be, and was unhappy with that instead of just being happy with the journey. And I think that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned in the past 1 to 2 years in my own journey, is just that it's so important to stop comparing yourself with who you want to be in the future to where you are now, because that's going to create unhappiness, and instead look at what actions you can take today to get closer to that future self, and just be focused on that, because that's literally all you can control, is one day at a time. This moment right now is all we have. So if you're constantly comparing yourself to the future and where you aren't at yet, you're not going to be happy. So super important, still set goals, but then once you set the goals, kind of forget about them. Track back those goals into what you need to be doing today on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, to make progress towards that end goal. And truly understand that it's okay. It's going to take time. It's not easy to lose weight, and it doesn't happen quickly. So be okay with it taking a long time. Just this most recent weight loss progress, I've lost 20 pounds in the last year or so, but it took me 6 months to lose 20 pounds, which sounds kind of crazy, because in the past I've tried to do it in 1 month or 2 months and just crash diet, and it never works out because I end up rebounding and then gaining a lot of the weight back. So my number one piece of advice would be learn to truly enjoy the journey and stop comparing yourself to your future self. Just focus on what you need to do today to get where you want to be. I really hope you enjoyed the video and a little bit of my story. You can follow me, and feel free, please reach out with any questions about weight loss or weight journey. I love to offer any advice, just because I feel like I've gotten so much experience in my own journey so far. It's really a passion of mine to give back and help other people along on their journeys. So slide in my DMs with some questions you might have or things you're struggling with at Chidi Gains, CHIDI_gains with a Z. So Chidi, CHIDI_gains with a Z. And I would love to answer any questions. And for anyone still watching, follow the page, like, comment, share this video, and all that other good stuff. And I'll look forward to hearing back from some of you guys. Peace.